The day Benny Hinn met Kathryn Kuhlman, it was the early 1970s. A young man from Toronto, Canada, named Tufik Benedict Hinn, known today as Benny Hinn, was searching for something more. Deep inside, he knew there had to be more to God than what he had seen in the church pews every Sunday. He loved Jesus, yet his walk with God felt ordinary, dry, and lifeless. He read about the power of the Holy Spirit in the Bible, but those words seemed distant, like stories from another world. He would often ask himself, "Lord, where is this power? Where is this presence that changed the lives of the apostles?" Then one day, Benny heard about a woman who seemed to walk with God in a way he had never seen before. Her name was Kathryn Kuhlman. People said that her meetings were filled with the glory of God. Many claimed that before she even walked on stage, the atmosphere would already be thick with the presence of the Holy Spirit. The stories sounded unbelievable, yet something within him leaped. He said to himself, "If God can use this woman so powerfully, then he can use me too." In 1973, on a cold winter morning, Benny made up his mind. He boarded a bus from Toronto to Pittsburgh to attend one of Kathryn Kuhlman's meetings. The trip was long and tiring, but his heart burned with expectation. He didn't fully know what awaited him, but he knew this journey would mark the beginning of something new. When he finally arrived at the First Presbyterian Church in Pittsburgh, he could sense that something was different. People were already praying softly, their faces full of reverence. Then, as the service began, a holy stillness filled the room. When Kathryn Kuhlman walked onto the platform, Benny said it felt as though a wave of pure love and peace swept through the church. He later described it as liquid love. She didn't shout or try to impress anyone. With a soft, trembling voice and tears in her eyes, she said, "He's all I have, the Holy Spirit. Please don't grieve him." Those few words pierced Benny's heart like never before. In that moment, he realized something profound. The Holy Spirit was not a mysterious power or an energy to be used. He was a person, gentle, loving, and real, someone you could know, talk with, and walk beside every day. As the worship continued, Benny felt the tangible presence of God move through his body. He began to weep uncontrollably. It felt as though every barrier between him and God was being broken down. Pride, fear, doubt, all of it melted away in the warmth of God's presence. He could not explain it, but he knew his life would never be the same again. He later said, "The moment I stepped into Kathryn Kuhlman's service, I was overwhelmed by the presence of the Holy Spirit. I had never seen such power, such love, such reality. That day changed my life forever." When Benny returned home, he locked himself in his room for hours, crying out, "Holy Spirit, if you can use Kathryn Kuhlman, you can use me too. I give you everything." That prayer became the turning point of his destiny. From that moment, he began to walk with the Holy Spirit as a friend. The same presence he felt in that meeting began to fill his own life. Soon, he would begin holding meetings where that same power flowed, touching and healing countless people around the world. That single encounter in Pittsburgh became the seed of a ministry that would reach nations. Benny Hinn was never the same again. The gentle voice he heard that day became his lifelong companion, the Holy Spirit, his dearest friend. I want to let you know that you can also become a friend of the Holy Spirit. Kindly welcome him into your heart, honor his presence with deep reverence, and start a personal conversation with him. He is always ready to be your closest and most faithful friend.